Hi, class. Welcome to week 16. We are in the official home stretch. Only this week and next week remain in this spring term. I know, freedom, you can smell it on ahead, but have a lot of work to do right now. So don't let up. Let's keep moving forward. Let's make sure we are working intentionally, that we're working thoughtfully, and we're getting everything done and turned in on time, because that is the goal. You have a quiz that is due this week, but then your persuasive speech, your last assignment, is due next week. Everything you need to know to do your persuasive speech well, all the information you need is in the lecture videos from the past few weeks and in your textbook. And then some of you all I've had one-on-one conversations with, and those are still available to you. So, me as a resource, the lecture videos as a resource, your textbook as a resource, you have everything you need to do to be able to do it well. Just have to make sure you have the information and you use it. Remember, persuasive speeches have a different kind of organization. When you're doing your preparation outline, you will need to organize the information for your persuasive speech a little bit differently. And I covered that in one of the videos I made for you last week. So make sure you look at that. Make sure you look at the directions for the assignment, because they're listed in there as well. And if you need to go even further back and watch the video about giving a persuasive speech and the ways that the different types of persuasive speeches are organized, watch that too. It's good information. Do it now so that when you write your speech, you know you're doing it properly, and you won't be surprised when you read the rubric later after I've looked at your final product. So this is not going to be a long announcements, activities, and expectations video, but we do have some of those to talk about. I'm also not doing a lecture video this week. So the minute you get done with this, start working on your persuasive speech. Got a lot to do. So let's take a look at my one little slide I have for you. All right, as I said just a minute ago, if you need a one-on-one discussion, if there's something you don't understand, if you're not sure that you're on the right path to completing your persuasive speech properly, if you think, oh gosh, I'm not sure what she means when she says that, contact me, email me, we'll set up a one-on-one. It might just be a phone call. It could be a Zoom meeting like this, whatever we need to do to ensure that you are confident going into recording your speech, that you are doing absolutely everything you should be doing to do A+ work. So contact me, feel free. I've talked to so many students this past couple of weeks who said, well, I didn't really understand. And I know you dinged me because I didn't understand and I got it wrong. I would ask, well, if you didn't understand, then why didn't you contact me, send me an email, or we could have chatted about this? Well, I thought I might have been doing it okay. And I didn't, do I have time for another meeting? Do I, am I going to bug you with this? No, my job is to help you out. And if the issue is, are you going to be making a good grade so that you come out on top this semester? I think we can make time for that. Even if we have to meet at like 9 o'clock at night, or if we have to meet on a Saturday, we can make that happen. So contact me if you want to meet. We'll make it work. You do have a quiz, your last quiz coming up this week. The window is going to open up Wednesday, the 26th. It will close tight Friday, the 28th at 11:59 p.m. There will be, out of the 10 questions, like 4 are specifically about persuasive speeches, because I needed to cover that somewhat. But the rest of the questions are from all of the things we've learned previously. Now, I'm not trying to, shock you, or to, I'm not going to look for some tiny detail of information that was embedded in the textbook that wasn't even bolded, or I'm not trying to trap anybody into weird grades. This should all be stuff you're familiar with if you've kept up, if you've done the reading, if you've done all of the assignments following the directions. You shouldn't have any trouble with the quiz. Might need to review a little bit, but I think if you've been keeping up, doing well, you should be fine. So study, but don't let it make you upset. All right. because the main focus of your attention this week and next week should be your persuasive speech. Remember, you will turn in a full and complete preparation outline, and I hope everyone understands exactly what that entails now. With the video link to your presentation, remember, you will present your speech, and it won't be in front of an audience like you had to do for your informative speech. This you will deliver just as I'm doing this video right now to your laptop or your camera or whatever. You will upload that to your YouTube channel. You'll put that link in its proper place in the preparation outline, and you will turn that in by the deadline, Friday, May 5th, which is not this Friday, but next Friday. Yep, 2 weeks at 11:59 p.m. Now, I do have to emphasize that is what we call a drop dead deadline. There is no going past the deadline. Why? Because I have to grade these. They have to be turned in with the grades, everything, as soon as possible that next week, because you want to know what your final grade for the term is, don't you? And I have to make sure those are turned in. That's my job. So if you're this week thinking, you know what, I got plenty of time to work on this, I've got all these other assignments going on, and I know you do. I'll just get it all done next week. And then halfway through next week, you're like, I really cannot do this effectively by Friday night at 11:59. You can contact me at that point. I can't go past that time. I really can't. That is the ultimate last time I can accept your work for the persuasive speech. So for some folks, for emergencies, I've been able to shift some dates around, but this is absolutely the date, time. This has to be turned in. So what I want you to take from this dramatic talk that I'm giving you right now is to work on your speech as much as possible right now. Get as much done of the writing this week. Make sure you understand everything. Make sure you've picked a question out of the list of questions you can use to write your speech. Make sure something that you're engaged with, that you're going to be interested in writing about. Make sure you get all your research done. Your outline is in great shape so that next week, all you have to do is practice and practice and practice some more, and practice and practice and practice some more. And then maybe a little more practice, a little more practice. Then you will record it, and it'll be so good. You will put the link in your outline, upload it that Friday, and then be like, I am done with fundamentals of communication. Oh, so if you need a Zoom meeting, now is the time to consider it. Don't forget your quiz. You know, it's 25 points, which isn't big in the big scheme of things, but hey, 25 points can mean a lot for a lot of grades. So make sure you do give it the attention it requires, that quiz. And then make sure you're giving your utmost for this final assignment, your persuasive speech. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. So I know I'm full of drama today, but we've reached a dramatic time of the term. Now is the time for drama. So I'm reaching out to you. Reach out to me if you need to. Otherwise, I'm expecting some really compelling persuasive speeches, and I can't wait to read them. Oh, also, I know that some of you did turn in the extra credit speech critique assignment. I'll be grading those as soon as I can. And then I did get a few folks who turned in your persuasive speech outline, whatever you had of it, just for me to check in advance. So same thing. As soon as I can get to that, I will send back your notes. Whew, let's keep in touch. And next week, I definitely will have another activities, announcements, and expectations video, just to make sure we're all on the same page, moving towards that last day of the term. Contact me if you need to. Otherwise, I'm thinking about you guys always. Have a good week.